Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country.
The political temperature around Minnesota's Somali community surged again after a series of highly charged statements from US President Donald Trump. On December 2nd, the president used a cabinet meeting to intensify criticism of Somali immigrants, calling them garbage and alleging they contribute nothing.
But when I watch what is happening in Minnesota, the land of 1,000 lakes, or however many lakes they have, they got a lot of lakes, but this beautiful place, and I see these people ripping it off, and now I'm understanding, and you're going to look into that, Scott, I hear they ripped off, Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country.
And he didn't stop there. The president doubled down, dismissing concerns about political correctness.
I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
Trump also went after Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, calling him out by name, calling him a grossly incompetent man, and derided Somalia as a place where people just run around killing each other.
No, I think that Walz is a grossly incompetent man. There's something wrong with him, okay? There's something wrong with him. And when you look at what he's done with Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. There's no structure.
Then the president turned his attention to Representative Ilhan Omar, one of the most prominent Somali-American politicians in the country.
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
The remarks came as federal authorities, per reports cited by the New York Times, are preparing an immigration enforcement operation in Minnesota, primarily targeting Somalis believed to be in the US unlawfully. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security is planning to shift its attention to Minnesota as part of its nationwide immigration crackdown, Secretary Kristi Noem said in a cabinet meeting on Tuesday. Minnesota is home to the largest Somali origin population in the United States. According to the US Census Bureau's 2024 American Community Survey, an estimated 260,000 Somali-Americans live nationwide, including 84,000 in Minneapolis-St. Paul area. Nearly 58% of Somalis in Minnesota were born in the US, and 87% of foreign-born Somalis in the state are naturalized US citizens. Trump's remarks also referenced local fraud cases, including the Feeding Our Future scandal, which federal prosecutors say involved roughly $300 million in stolen COVID-era program funds. Dozens of defendants, including many Somali-Americans, have been charged, though none have been accused of aiding foreign terrorist organizations.
Or embraces hate. To say that the hateful
Trump's comments triggered immediate backlash from state leaders, local officials, and community advocates, many of whom accused the president of vilifying an entire ethnic group for political gain. On December 2nd, amid reports of impending federal raids, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey delivered an emotional response.
We are here to respond to a number of credible reports from several media outlets relaying that there are as many as 100 federal agents that will be deployed to the Twin Cities with a specific focus on targeting our Somali community. To our Somali community, we love you and we stand with you. That commitment is rock solid. Minneapolis is proud to be home to the largest Somali community in the entire country. They've been here for decades.
Frey warned that targeting Somalis would inevitably hurt citizens.
Targeting Somali people means that due process will be violated, mistakes will be made. And let's be clear, it means that American citizens will be detained for no other reason than the fact that they look like they are Somali. That is not now and will never be a legitimate reason.
Frey accused the president of crossing constitutional lines.
To, again, villainize an entire group is ridiculous under any circumstances. And the way that Donald Trump is consistently doing it, I think calls into question major constitutional violations. And it certainly violates the moral fabric of what we stand by in this country as Americans.
In neighbouring St. Paul, Mayor Melvin Carter described the rhetoric as racist and anti-American.
Just earlier today, we saw, sadly, the President of the United States open his mouth to take a whole group of people, a whole country of people, and denigrate, just based on where they come from. So what you heard the president say today was that he is incompetent and incapable of being a president for the people of the United States, because he just said out loud that he despises Americans. Thank you.
Minneapolis City Council member Jamal Osman went further.
And obviously, everyone knows that our president is racist, xenophobic, Islamophobic, and we are going to fight that. America has a history of fighting and stopping those kind of individuals who continue to divide people and divide communities.
As the enforcement operation looms and political rhetoric intensifies, Minnesota's leaders insist their Somali residents, many of them US citizens, remain integral to the state's civic and cultural fabric.